Chapter 1. Understanding Emotional Reactivity. Welcome to The Power of Not Reacting, How to Control Your Emotions. A guide designed to empower you by mastering your emotional responses. This book is not just about gaining theoretical knowledge, it's about transforming the way you interact with your emotions, enhancing both personal and professional aspects of your life. The Trap of Emotional Reactivity. Emotional reactivity is when we respond to situations or people without pausing to consider the best course of action. It's a reflex, often a defense mechanism, that can lead to impulsive decisions, strained relationships, and a host of negative emotional and physical outcomes. To illustrate, imagine you're in a meeting and a colleague criticizes your project unfairly. Your immediate impulse might be to respond with anger or defensiveness, a typical emotional reaction. But what if you could shift that immediate response to something more controlled and constructive? The importance of emotional control. Controlling your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means understanding them, managing how you express them, and deciding how and when to act on them. Emotional control is crucial because improve decision-making. By not reacting immediately, you give yourself time to think and access more logical reasoning pathways in your brain. Enhanced relationships. It allows you to respond in ways that are more aligned with your intentions and less likely to cause conflict. Stress reduction. Controlling your emotional responses can lead to lower levels of stress and anxiety. Better health. Chronic stress and high emotional reactivity are linked to health issues like hypertension and heart disease. The science behind emotions. To understand how to control your emotions, first understand what they are. Emotions are complex psychological states involving three distinct components: a subjective experience, a physiological response, and a behavioral response. Subjective experience. This is how you experience the emotion internally. Physiological response. This includes changes in your heart rate, hormone levels, and adrenaline, often known as the fight or flight response. Behavioral response. This is how you express your emotion through actions or expressions. When a triggering event occurs, the brain processes the information in milliseconds, sending signals that can trigger an emotional response. One key area involved is the amygdala, which plays a role in emotional processing and can hijack your rational brain, leading to impulsive reactions. Strategies for not reacting. Pause and breathe. When you feel a strong emotion coming on, take a moment to pause. A deep breath can help interrupt the emotional hijacking and activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms your body down. Acknowledge and label. Recognize what you're feeling and label it. Research shows that simply naming an emotion can reduce its intensity. Reflect. Don't react. Ask yourself why you're feeling this emotion. Is it a rational response? Or is it being amplified by stress, fatigue, or other factors? Choose your response. Once you've assessed your feelings, decide the best way to respond that aligns with your goals and values. Chapter 2. The Pause that Empowers. Imagine yourself in the heat of a challenging moment, perhaps a confrontation with a colleague or a heated discussion with a loved one. Your first impulse might be to respond with equal intensity. This is where the power of the pause comes into play. Pausing is an art, and mastering it can transform your life. Embrace the pause. Pausing is not about mere silence. It's an active and intentional process of regaining control over your emotions. When you pause, you create a space between stimulus and response. In this space lies your power to choose, a choice that can be aligned with your values rather than your impulses. How to practice the pause. Recognize the signs. Learn to identify the physical signs that an emotional reaction is brewing. This might be a quickening heartbeat, a flush of heat, or a tightening in your stomach. Implement a physical interrupter. Use a physical action to anchor your pause. It could be as simple as touching your fingertips together, closing your eyes for a moment, or taking a step back. Breathe with intention. Shift your focus to your breathing. Take slow, deep breaths. Each breath should be deeper than the last, calming your mind and body. The science of breathing. Breathing deeply does more than fill your lungs. It helps regulate your nervous system. By engaging in deep breathing, you stimulate the vagus nerve, which runs from the brain throughout the body. This stimulation activates your parasympathetic nervous system, promoting a state of calmness and reducing your heart rate. Exercises for deep breathing. The 4-7-8 technique. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. This technique can be particularly effective before responding in a stressful situation. Apply mindfulness. Mindfulness involves maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment. It's about observing these elements without judgment. Mindfulness in action. Mindful observation. Choose an object and focus all your attention on it. Notice every detail about it and allow yourself to be fully absorbed by its presence. This practice helps you train your mind to focus and redirect from emotional impulses. Mindful listening. When engaging in conversations, especially heated ones, practice mindful listening. Focus completely on what the other person is saying without preparing your rebuttal. Listen with the intent to understand, not to respond. The language of non-reactivity. The words you choose in your response can diffuse or escalate a situation. Opt for language that is understanding and compassionate, which fosters connection rather than conflict. Language techniques use I statements. Instead of starting with you, which can sound accusatory, start your sentences with I feel. This approach expresses your emotions without blaming the other party. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage dialogue and show you are open to understanding the other person's point of view. Questions like, "Can you tell me more about why you feel this way?" Invite clarity and collaboration. By integrating these practices into your daily interactions, you empower yourself to handle challenging situations with grace and effectiveness. The pause not only gives you control over your reactions, but also enriches your relationships by fostering deeper understanding and respect. The true mastery of emotions comes not from suppression, but from the wise management of your responses. Embrace the pause and watch as your world transforms one breath at a time. Chapter 3. Harnessing the power of emotional labeling. When emotions flood in, the ability to dissect and label them precisely can be a powerful tool. This technique isn't just about identifying feelings, it's about understanding the message behind each emotion and using that knowledge to your advantage. The art of labeling emotions. Labeling your emotions is a form of mindfulness that requires you to step back and observe your feelings as if you were a third party. This detachment allows you to choose how to interact with your emotions rather than being controlled by them. Steps to effective emotional labeling. Identify the emotion. When you feel a surge of emotion, pause and ask yourself, what exactly am I feeling? Is it anger, frustration, sadness, or perhaps fear? Acknowledge the intensity. Assess how strong the emotion is. Is this a fleeting irritation or a profound rage? Name it out loud. There's power in vocalization. By saying, I feel anxious, you not only acknowledge the emotion, but also reduce its intensity. The neuroscience behind emotional labeling. Research in neuroscience shows that when you label an emotion, you decrease activity in the amygdala, the area of the brain involved in emotional processing. This reduction leads to a decrease in the physical discomfort caused by intense emotions. Neurological benefits of labeling. Reduced stress response. By labeling your emotions, you're essentially telling your brain to handle the emotion logically rather than viscerally. Increased rational thinking. This practice frees up the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making and self-control, to operate more effectively. Emotional labeling in practice. Implementing emotional labeling in everyday scenarios can shift how you experience and respond to life's ups and downs. Practical applications. During a conflict, if someone's words trigger you, label your feelings before you respond. This pause and identification process can prevent the conflict from escalating. In moments of stress, when overwhelmed, identify and label each stressor. This method helps break down an overwhelming situation into manageable parts. Expand your emotional vocabulary. The richer your emotional vocabulary, the more precisely you can label what you're feeling. Expanding your vocabulary allows you to capture the subtleties of your emotions, providing a clearer roadmap for handling them. How to enrich your emotional vocabulary. Read widely. Literature, psychology books, and even articles can introduce you to new emotional terms. Reflect daily. End your day by reflecting on your emotional experiences and describe them in a journal, using emotional labeling to foster compassion. Understanding your emotions leads to a deeper understanding of others' emotions. This practice not only enhances your emotional intelligence, but also builds empathy and strengthens relationships. Fostering compassion through understanding empathetic responses. When you recognize an emotion in someone else, label it in your mind to tailor your response appropriately. Supportive interactions. Knowing your emotions and those of others can help you engage in more supportive and constructive interactions. Emotional labeling is not just a tool for self-awareness, it's a strategy for living more harmoniously with your feelings and fostering deeper connections with others. It arms you with the insight to navigate the complexities of emotions, ensuring that every response is not just a reaction, but a thoughtful action. Chapter 4. Reflect, don't react. When faced with emotionally charged situations, the ability to reflect rather than react can be your greatest asset. Reflection involves diving deeper into your emotional state, asking probing questions about the origin and truth of your feelings, and choosing a response that aligns with your deepest values. The importance of self-reflection. Self-reflection allows you to understand not only what you feel, but why you feel it. This understanding is crucial because it enables you to address the root causes of your emotions, rather than merely the symptoms. How to practice effective self-reflection. Set aside quiet time. Ensure you have uninterrupted time in a quiet space where you can reflect without distractions. Ask yourself probing questions. Why am I feeling this way? What triggered these emotions? Are my reactions based on facts or assumptions? Write it down. Journaling can help you untangle and examine your thoughts and emotions more clearly. The role of rational thinking. Rational thinking allows you to separate facts from feelings. It's about using logic to challenge the emotional interpretations of events that may not be accurate. Techniques for rational thinking. Evidence-based evaluation. For each emotion or reaction, ask yourself, what evidence do I have that this thought is true? This method helps identify and discard unfounded fears and biases. Alternative perspective. Try to see the situation from another person's viewpoint, or consider what you would advise a friend in a similar situation. Mindfulness as a tool for reflection. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful practice for developing the habit of reflection. It trains you to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment, creating a gap between emotions and actions. Mindfulness exercises. Focused breathing. Sit in a quiet place and concentrate solely on your breathing. Observe your breath's natural rhythm and use it as an anchor to bring your focus back when your mind wanders. Body scan. Progressively relax each part of your body, from your toes to your head. This practice helps connect you with your physical sensations and calms your mind. Learning from past reactions. Each past reaction holds valuable lessons. By examining how you responded in past situations, you can identify patterns in your behavior that may need adjustment. Analyzing past behaviors. Identify triggers. Recognizing what triggers your emotional reactions can help you prepare and respond more effectively in the future. Evaluate outcomes. Reflect on the consequences of your past reactions. Consider whether they helped you achieve your goals or if they hindered your progress. Responding wisely. Once you have reflected on your emotions and the situations at hand, you are better equipped to choose responses that are thoughtful and constructive. This step is about aligning your actions with your values and the outcomes you desire. Choosing your response. Consider long-term consequences. Think about how your potential responses will affect your future self and your relationships. Align with your values. Ensure your response reflects your core values and the person you aspire to be. Reflection empowers you to manage your emotions with wisdom and intention. It encourages a balanced approach to life's challenges, ensuring that your reactions contribute to your long-term well-being and the quality of your relationships. Through reflection, you transform your experiences into opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. Chapter 5. Choose your response. Choosing how you respond to your emotions is a profound demonstration of self-mastery. It's about making decisions that are not dictated by fleeting feelings, but are instead aligned with your broader life goals and true self. The decision to respond, not react. Every moment offers a choice. When an emotional impulse arises, you have the power to decide whether to let that impulse drive your actions or to choose a response based on thoughtful consideration. Steps to choosing your response. Delay your reaction. Allow yourself a period, however brief, between feeling and action. This delay is your opportunity to choose a different path. Consider multiple options. Think about various ways you could respond. Visualizing different scenarios can help you see which outcomes are most beneficial. Consult your values. Align your response with your core values. Ask yourself, is this reaction representative of who I am or who I want to be? The role of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EI, is key in understanding and managing your emotions effectively. It involves more than just controlling your reactions. It includes recognizing the emotions of others and choosing responses that foster mutual respect and understanding. Enhancing your emotional intelligence practice. Empathy. Try to understand others' feelings and perspectives. This understanding can guide you to respond in ways that acknowledge and respect those feelings. Develop self-awareness. Regularly reflect on your emotions and reactions to better understand your emotional triggers and patterns. Communication skills that build bridges. Effective communication is essential when it comes to responses that are both true to your feelings and considerate of others. It's about expressing yourself clearly and constructively without allowing emotions to cloud the message. Communication techniques for better outcomes. Active listening. Focus completely on the speaker, ignoring the urge to formulate your reply while they are talking. This practice helps you respond more thoughtfully. Clear expression. Use clear and precise language to express what you feel and what you need, without ambiguity or excessive emotion. The power of apology. Sometimes, the best response is an apology. If your actions have been guided by a misjudged emotion, acknowledging this can pave the way for reconciliation and healing. Crafting a sincere apology. Acknowledge the mistake. Clearly state what you did wrong without making excuses. Express regret. Show genuine remorse for your actions and the impact they had on others. Make amends. Offer ways to make up for the mistake, demonstrating your commitment to improving the situation. Setting boundaries. Choosing your response often means setting boundaries with others. Boundaries help protect your emotional well-being and ensure that your relationships are respectful and mutually supportive. How to set effective boundaries. Be direct. Clearly and respectfully communicate your limits to others. Stay consistent. Consistently uphold your boundaries, which helps others understand and respect your needs. Choosing your response is about more than just managing emotions. It's about leading a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. By taking control of your responses, you not only manage your emotions more effectively, but also build a life and relationships characterized by respect, understanding, and genuine connection. Chapter 6. Cultivating resilience through emotional agility. Emotional agility is the skill of navigating life's changes and challenges with emotional awareness and flexibility. It enables you to recover from setbacks and adapt to new circumstances with grace and strength. Understanding emotional agility. Emotional agility involves being sensitive to the present moment's realities while not being ensnared by past patterns of behavior. It means moving through life's ups and downs with a mindful, responsive approach rather than a reactive one. Developing emotional agility. Accept all emotions. Acknowledge that all emotions, whether positive or negative, are part of the human experience and have their value. Detach from unhelpful patterns. Recognize habits that no longer serve you and consciously choose to respond differently. Stay flexible. Adapt your responses based on the situation, always considering the most constructive outcome. Building resilience is your capacity to bounce back from difficulties. It's about enduring the storms of life not by standing rigid, but by flexing and flowing like a tree in the wind. Strategies for enhancing resilience. Develop a support network. Build relationships that provide support and encouragement, which are essential for resilience. Focus on what you can control. Channel your energy towards actions and thoughts within your control, rather than expending energy on uncontrollable circumstances. The role of optimism. Optimism isn't about wearing rose-colored glasses. It's about maintaining a hopeful outlook that encourages persistence and effort in the face of challenges. Optimism has been linked to better health, higher achievement, and greater overall satisfaction in life. Fostering an optimistic mindset reframe. Challenges. View challenges as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than obstacles. Celebrate small victories. Recognize and celebrate your progress, no matter how small, to maintain motivation and a positive outlook. Practical mindfulness. Practical mindfulness involves applying mindful awareness to your daily activities. It helps you stay engaged in the present, reducing anxiety about the future and regrets about the past. Mindfulness practices. Mindful walking. Pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your breath, and the sounds around you as you walk. Mindful eating. Focus fully on the experience of eating, noticing the textures, flavors, and sensations of your food. Emotional agility in action. Applying emotional agility in real-life situations allows you to handle emotional challenges with adeptness and grace. Real-life application at work. When a project fails, instead of getting mired in disappointment or blame, evaluate what went wrong, learn from it, and plan the next steps with a clear, focused mind. In relationships, if tension arises, address it directly and calmly, seeking to understand the other person's perspective while expressing your own clearly and respectfully. Emotional agility and resilience are about thriving in an ever-changing world. By developing these skills, you equip yourself to handle whatever life throws your way with composure and strength. This not only improves your own quality of life, but also enhances the lives of those around you. Chapter 7. Transforming stress into growth opportunities. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but your approach to handling it can transform potential setbacks into opportunities for growth. By redefining your relationship with stress, you can harness it as a catalyst for development and empowerment. Rethinking stress. Typically, stress is viewed negatively, but it also has a positive side that can enhance motivation and performance. When approached correctly, stress can push you beyond your perceived limits. Redefining your stress response. Identify the source. Understanding what triggers your stress is the first step toward managing it effectively. Change your perception. View stress as a signal rather than a setback. Each instance of stress offers insight into what matters most to you and where your values lie. Use stress constructively. Let stress drive you to action, whether it's solving a problem, improving a situation, or moving closer to your goals. The biology of stress. The body's stress response, often called the fight or flight response, involves various physiological changes that prepare you to face threats. However, this response can be redirected to help you face challenges assertively. Harnessing biological responses. Deep breathing exercises. Deep, controlled breathing can counteract the effects of stress by calming the nervous system. Physical activity. Regular exercise can help metabolize stress hormones and increase resilience. Stress and mental agility. Mental agility in the context of stress involves the ability to think clearly and remain flexible in your thinking. This agility allows you to assess stressful situations accurately and devise effective strategies. Techniques for enhancing mental agility. Cognitive reframing. Alter your perspective on stressful situations by considering them in a different light, focusing on potential positive outcomes. Problem-solving skills. Develop a step-by-step approach to navigating challenges, which can reduce the overwhelming nature of stressful situations. Communication under stress. Effective communication is crucial, especially under stress. It involves expressing your needs and feelings clearly and listening to others even when pressures mount. Effective communication strategies. Stay calm and centered. Maintain your composure to ensure your words and intentions align during stressful interactions. Assertive speaking. Communicate your needs and boundaries clearly without being aggressive. This approach fosters understanding and respect among all parties involved. Building a resilient mindset. A resilient mindset enables you to bounce back from stress and adversity more effectively. It involves developing a core set of beliefs that nothing is insurmountable. Developing resilience positive affirmations. Use affirmations to reinforce strength and capability in facing challenges. Gratitude practice. Regularly acknowledging what you are grateful for can shift focus from stress to appreciation, enhancing overall well-being. Applying stress transformation techniques. Implementing these techniques in everyday situations can significantly change how you experience and manage stress. Application in daily life at work. Before a high-stakes meeting, use deep breathing techniques to manage anxiety and maintain clarity. In personal life, when faced with personal conflicts or challenges, use assertive communication to express your views and listen actively to others. Transforming stress into a growth opportunity is about making a conscious choice to view challenges as enhancements to your personal development. By doing so, you not only manage stress more effectively, but also enrich your approach to life and its inherent challenges. Chapter 8. The Art of Letting Go. Letting go is a critical skill in the process of emotional control and personal growth. It involves releasing the hold that past experiences and future worries have on you, allowing you to engage fully with the present moment. Understanding the need to let go. Holding on to past grievances or anxieties about the future can consume a significant amount of emotional energy. This retention can hinder your ability to experience the present fully and respond to new challenges with a clear mind. Steps to letting go. Acknowledge the emotions. Recognize and accept your feelings about past events or future concerns without judgment. Decide to release. Make a conscious choice to let go of the emotional weight that does not serve your well-being or your goals. Focus on the present. Redirect your attention to the here and now, engaging fully with the current activities and interactions. Techniques for letting go. The process of letting go can be facilitated through various techniques that help to loosen the grip of lingering emotions and thoughts. Practical techniques. Mindfulness meditation. Use meditation to practice detachment from thoughts and emotions. Focus on your breath and allow thoughts to come and go without engaging with them. Physical activity. Engage in physical exercise as a way to release pent-up energy and stress, facilitating emotional release. Creative expression. Use art, writing, or music to express what you feel about past events or worries, which can help you process and release those emotions. The role of forgiveness. Forgiveness, whether it's forgiving yourself or others, plays a pivotal role in the ability to let go. It's about releasing resentment and allowing space for compassion and healing. Embracing forgiveness. Understand the benefits. Realize that forgiveness is more for you than for the other person. It liberates you from the burden of resentment. Practice empathy. Try to see the situation from the other person's perspective, which can help in understanding their actions and facilitating forgiveness. Setting emotional boundaries. Setting and maintaining healthy emotional boundaries is essential for letting go. Boundaries help you protect your energy and keep you from engaging in emotionally draining situations. Establishing boundaries. Identify limits. Be clear about what you can tolerate emotionally and what you cannot. Communicate clearly. Ensure that others understand your boundaries. Be clear and direct about what you need and expect in relationships. The power of perspective. Gaining a broader perspective can aid significantly in letting go. Understanding that every experience is a part of your growth and that each moment brings its own opportunities can transform your approach to letting go. Gaining a new perspective. Reflect on lessons learned. Consider what each past experience has taught you and how it has contributed to your growth. Visualize moving forward. Imagine yourself free from the weights of the past and open to the potential of the present. Letting go is not an act of weakness, but of strength. It involves understanding the impermanence of experiences and the importance of being emotionally agile. By mastering the art of letting go, you embrace the freedom to respond to life with a fresh perspective and renewed energy. This capability enriches your interactions and enhances your ability to live fully in the moment. Chapter 9. Cultivating Positive Relationships. Building and maintaining positive relationships is essential for emotional health and well-being. Positive relationships not only provide support and enrichment, but also offer mirrors through which we see ourselves and grow. The importance of healthy relationships. Healthy relationships are foundational to our emotional stability and growth. They foster a sense of belonging and contribute to our sense of identity and self-worth. Building blocks of healthy relationships. Trust and honesty. These are the cornerstones of any relationship. Trust builds security, while honesty fosters openness and authenticity. Mutual respect. Recognize and appreciate the differences in others. Respect involves acknowledging another person's beliefs, feelings, and needs as valid. Support. Offer encouragement and support to others, not only in times of distress, but also in their achievements and everyday life. Communication, the heart of relationships. Effective communication is key to building and maintaining healthy relationships. It involves expressing oneself clearly and listening actively. Enhancing communication skills. Active listening. Focus on truly hearing and understanding what the other person is saying without planning your response while they speak. Expressive communication. Share your thoughts and feelings openly and respectfully. Use I statements to speak from your perspective without placing blame. The role of empathy. Empathy allows you to understand and share the feelings of another, which is vital for deepening relationships and fostering connection. Practicing empathy. Put yourself in their shoes. Try to imagine what the other person is feeling and why they might feel that way. Respond with compassion. Let your understanding shape how you respond to others, showing them that their feelings are acknowledged and valued. Navigating conflicts. Conflict is natural in any relationship, but the way you handle it can either strengthen or weaken the bond. Conflict resolution strategies. Stay calm. Keep your emotions in check to discuss issues rationally and respectfully. Seek to understand before being understood. Listen to the other person's perspective fully before expressing your own. Look for compromise. Try to find solutions that accommodate the needs and desires of all parties involved. The significance of reciprocity. Reciprocity, mutual exchange and sharing of resources and benefits, is essential for the long-term sustainability of relationships. Encouraging reciprocity. Give and take. Be willing to give support and also open to receiving it. This balance is crucial for healthy relationships. Recognize and appreciate efforts. Acknowledge the efforts others make in the relationship, which encourages a continuous positive exchange. Cultivating positive relationships is about more than just spending time with people. It's about actively engaging in practices that enrich connections, enhance understanding, and foster mutual growth. These relationships are the scaffolding on which we build a successful and fulfilling life, offering support through challenges and celebrating triumphs together. Through thoughtful interaction and genuine connection, we create an environment where all can thrive. Chapter 10. Embracing change as a catalyst for growth. Change is a constant in life, yet it is often met with resistance. Embracing change rather than fearing it can transform potential anxiety into a powerful motivator for personal development and success. Understanding the nature of change. Change challenges the status quo and pushes you out of your comfort zone, which is why it often feels uncomfortable. Recognizing change as an inevitable and beneficial part of life is crucial for leveraging it effectively. Adapting to change. Acknowledge your feelings. Allow yourself to feel uncertain or nervous. Recognizing these feelings is the first step in processing them. Seek to understand. Look for the reasons behind the change and its potential benefits, which can help shift your perspective from fear to curiosity. Stay flexible. Adopting a flexible mindset allows you to respond to changes more adeptly. The benefits of change. Change fosters growth by introducing new environments, challenges, and opportunities that push you to develop new skills and perspectives. Growth opportunities from change learning. New skills. Change often requires you to learn how to navigate different situations or use new tools. Expanding perspectives. It introduces you to new ideas and viewpoints, enhancing your understanding and empathy. Strengthening resilience. Each time you adapt to change, you build confidence in your ability to handle future challenges. Strategies for managing change. Effectively managing change involves both mental and practical strategies to ensure you navigate transitions smoothly and with reduced stress. Practical strategies for change. Set realistic goals. Define clear, manageable goals that align with the new circumstances. Create a support network. Surround yourself with people who understand and support your journey through change. Maintain healthy routines. Keep up with routines that provide a sense of normalcy and stability amidst change. Overcoming fear of change. Fear often accompanies change because it disrupts familiar patterns. Overcoming this fear is essential for taking full advantage of new opportunities. Techniques to overcome fear. Visualization. Imagine yourself succeeding in the new situation. Visualization can build confidence and reduce anxiety. Exposure. Gradually expose yourself to the change in small, manageable steps. This can decrease the intensity of your fear over time, leading change in others. Being a catalyst for change not only involves adapting yourself, but also inspiring and leading others through change. Leading effectively. Communicate clearly and openly. Keep everyone informed about what changes are coming and why they are important. Empower others. Encourage others to take active roles in the change process. This involvement can help alleviate fears and build a sense of ownership. Model resilience and flexibility. Show through your actions how to adapt gracefully and confidently. Embracing change as a catalyst for growth involves seeing every shift in circumstances not as a disruption, but as a valuable opportunity to evolve. By understanding, adapting to, and leveraging change, you can ensure that each transition enhances your life, deepening your experiences, and broadening your capabilities. This approach not only prepares you for future changes, but also equips you to lead others through them, creating a culture of resilience and continual growth. Chapter 11. Mastering Self-Discipline for Emotional Management. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of emotional management. It is the skill that enables you to make choices based on reasoned decisions rather than fleeting feelings, ensuring that your actions align with your long-term goals and values. The foundation of self-discipline. Self-discipline starts with strong self-awareness. It requires an understanding of your desires, impulses, strengths, and weaknesses. Building self-discipline is about reinforcing your ability to control your actions, making choices that may not be gratifying in the moment, but are rewarding in the long run. Steps to strengthen self-discipline. Set clear goals. Define what you want to achieve and why it's important to you. Clear goals give you a roadmap and a reason to stay disciplined. Develop routines. Establish routines that reinforce your goals. Consistency in action is a key driver of discipline. Manage temptations. Identify potential distractions and temptations that could derail your progress and develop strategies to overcome them. The role of habits in emotional control. Habits play a crucial role in self-discipline. Positive habits help automate good decisions, reducing the mental load required to make those choices repeatedly. Building positive habits. Start small. Begin with small, manageable changes that contribute to a larger goal. Success in small steps can motivate further action. Repeat consistently. Repetition is crucial in habit formation. The more you repeat an action, the more ingrained it becomes. Reward progress. Reinforce your new habits with positive feedback. Rewards can be simple acknowledgments of your progress or small treats that motivate you to continue. Self-discipline in emotional responses. Applying self-discipline to emotional responses involves recognizing when you are reacting impulsively and choosing instead to respond in a way that aligns with your objectives. Techniques for emotional discipline. Pause before reacting. Use the pause technique to give yourself time to think before responding to emotional triggers. Use emotional labeling. Accurately identifying and labeling your emotions can give you the clarity needed to manage them effectively. Reflect regularly. Spend time reflecting on your emotional responses and the outcomes they lead to. Reflection helps you understand what works and what doesn't. Challenges to self-discipline. While developing self-discipline, you will likely face challenges that test your resolve. These moments are crucial for strengthening your discipline. Overcoming challenges. Expect and plan for setbacks. Anticipate challenges and have a plan ready for dealing with them. This preparation can prevent you from being derailed. Stay flexible. Be willing to adjust your plans as circumstances change. Flexibility can help maintain discipline even when the unexpected happens. Seek support. Don't go it alone. Support from friends, family, or mentors can bolster your self-discipline, especially when motivation wanes. Mastering self-discipline for emotional management is not about suppression or denial of feelings. Instead, it's about making informed decisions that consider both your emotional state and your overall objectives. This balanced approach ensures that you live not only in accordance with your feelings, but also in alignment with your deeper values and goals. Through discipline, you gain the freedom to act with purpose and the power to shape the narrative of your life. Chapter 12. Sustaining Emotional Mastery. Achieving emotional mastery is an ongoing process that requires continual practice and dedication. As you integrate the skills and strategies discussed in the previous chapters, the final step is to sustain these efforts over the long term, ensuring that emotional mastery becomes a lasting part of your life. The importance of continuous practice. Emotional mastery is not a static achievement, but a dynamic skill that improves with regular practice. Just as physical fitness requires consistent exercise, emotional fitness demands regular mental and emotional conditioning. Strategies for continuous improvement. Daily reflection. End each day by reflecting on your emotional experiences. Evaluate what strategies worked well and where you could improve. Routine emotional check-ins. Schedule regular times to assess your emotional state. This can be as simple as taking a few minutes each morning or evening to tune into your feelings. Keep learning. Stay open to new techniques and perspectives. Emotional mastery is a field that continues to grow and evolve. Maintaining motivation. Motivation can wane, especially when progress seems slow or life gets busy. Keeping your motivation high is crucial for sustaining the practices that contribute to emotional mastery. Keeping motivation high. Set new goals. As you achieve your initial goals, set new ones to keep challenging yourself. Celebrate successes. Regularly acknowledge and celebrate your successes, no matter how small, to reinforce the value of your efforts. Connect with like-minded individuals. Surround yourself with people who are also committed to personal growth. Their support and understanding can rejuvenate your motivation. The role of adaptability. As life changes, the strategies that work for managing your emotions might need to adapt. Staying flexible allows you to adjust your methods and continue progressing towards emotional mastery. Adapting your strategies. Evaluate the effectiveness. Regularly assess whether your emotional management strategies are still effective. Be ready to tweak or change them as your life circumstances evolve. Experiment with new approaches. If something isn't working, don't hesitate to try new techniques. Sometimes a fresh approach can make all the difference. Building a support system. A robust support system is invaluable for sustaining emotional mastery. Having people who encourage and challenge you can help maintain your commitment to emotional growth. Strengthening your support system. Seek mentors. Look for mentors who exemplify emotional mastery. Their guidance can be crucial in navigating complex emotional landscapes. Join groups. Participate in groups focused on emotional intelligence and personal development. These communities provide not only support, but also inspiration. Family and friends. Engage family and friends in your journey. Their support can be a powerful motivator. Sustaining emotional mastery is about embedding the practices of emotional intelligence so deeply into your daily life that they become second nature. It involves regular self-assessment, continuous learning, and the flexibility to adapt strategies as needed. By committing to this ongoing process, you ensure that emotional mastery is not just a goal achieved, but a fundamental aspect of your life, enriching your interactions and enhancing your overall well-being. As you continue on this path, remember that each step forward, no matter how small, is a step towards a more insightful and fulfilled life.